It is a weather action night here at ABC 15. You are looking live right now at ABC 15 Desert Doppler and 3 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for the Phoenix metro area right now. We've got wind gusts at 60+ miles per hour causing some damage out there, heavy rain and lightning. We are also getting word that the Kenny Chesney concert out at Talking Snake Amphitheater has been put on hold. This is 83rd Avenue and I-10. You can see it is still pouring in that area. Lots of lightning in the mix as well, so definitely not safe to be outdoors at this hour. We do have a crew on the way to check it out. We're going to have more information for you coming up on ABC 15 at 10 in the next 30 minutes. In the meantime, you do notice that one of those severe thunderstorm warnings has ended. We still have 2 more, and the newest one now for parts of Phoenix stretching out towards Scottsdale and Tempe. This goes until 10 o'clock tonight. So we have that rain really pouring down right now on the 51. Heavy rain also pushing farther south for that other severe thunderstorm warned area into Laveen. So over South Mountain, right through Laveen and over to Maricopa Village. The heaviest stuff at this point on the west side of the Loop 202 in that area. That severe thunderstorm warning till 10:15 tonight, so that's a little bit of an extension on that one as well. I want to take you up a little bit farther to the north here. We also have the Dreamy Draw area seeing a lot of lightning right now and a downpour right through that area. So this is the 51 right as you go in between the mountains. If you are headed northbound, then Piestewa Peak would be on your right-hand side, and that road starts to go up in elevation and curve, and that is an area that we often see intensification of thunderstorms because of the mountains surrounding it. So we do have a heavy downpour there right now, lots of lightning in the mix as well, and a new pop-up just outside of Fountain Hills at this hour too. So really a lot on the map. These storms are turning severe across the state. There is one update for you, that severe thunderstorm warning that I told you about on our newscast at 9 on the Arizona 61. That was a severe thunderstorm warning for Maricopa. It has expired. You can see the storms there weakening at this hour as they continue to push to the southwest. Let's go ahead and give you a broader view of what's happening. We also had a dust storm warning out there between Maricopa and Gila Bend. That has expired as well. So really what we're dealing with at this hour, the most intense stuff is right here in the Phoenix metro area. There's a live look for you right now at our ADOT camera. This is I-10 and 43rd Avenue. There seems to be some kind of an issue there. ADOT themselves zooming in on what appears to be flooding on that on-ramp and also on the far right lanes of the highway there. So make sure that you are pumping the brakes if you have to travel around town tonight, because there will be flooded roadways like this in a lot of areas. It does get pretty hairy. You can see the car there toward the middle of your screen, not quite sure how deep it goes and trying to cut over a little bit sooner. It is recommended you never ever try to drive through flooded roadways because you just don't know how deep the water is or if the road underneath it is even still intact. A lot of times it can be washed out underneath. So looks like drivers are trying to do their best to kind of cut over quicker in that area. But really what you want to do is, if possible, try to turn around and avoid these areas altogether. So again, this is flooding we're seeing right now, I-10 and 43rd Avenue. I'm going to take you back to ABC 15 Desert Doppler at this hour as we take a look at the storms and the severe thunderstorm warnings that are still in effect heading into the 10 o'clock hour. So we have 2 right now. The one for the parts of North Phoenix and the East Valley till 10 o'clock tonight. For West Phoenix and parts of the Southwest Valley till 10:15 tonight. Wind gusts 60+ miles per hour. That's going to be causing some damage. In fact, we have heard reports of some structure damage near 47th Avenue in Van Buren. So we do have a crew headed that way right now to check that out as well. So we've got crews for you checking out damage and also trying to get updates on that Kenny Chesney concert and what is happening to fans out there as you wait through these severe storms. I do want to say at this point, with the lightning in the area, if you are watching us on our ABC 15 mobile app, you are out in that area, you do want to seek shelter right now. Try to get inside anywhere you can. If you are stuck outside, it is far safer to be in your car than to just be standing out in the open with this lightning in the vicinity. So again, take shelter right now in parts of the valley as these severe thunderstorm warnings move through. The really heavy stuff coming down along Loop 202, stretching down through Laveen right now, but we've got a lot of lightning and gusty winds near 60 miles per hour at this point that are really causing issues across the valley as well. So damage possible from winds that strong. And as I mentioned just moments ago, we're also monitoring flooding. We don't have any flood alerts issued yet, but the National Weather Service is watching us tonight. This is 43rd Avenue and I-10. We do have some street flooding in that area. Flood advisory may be warranted for some parts of the Phoenix metro area as this rain continues to pour down. As we keep this ADOT shot up, I do want to just over here on my other computer kind of update where we're at as far as rainfall totals go. So I'm going to refresh my screen here. This is Flood Control District of Maricopa County. I'm looking at some of the rainfall that has actually come in the gauges, not radar estimates here. And what we saw, let's see, up between Greenway and Bell Road, 43rd Avenue and 51st Avenue in that block there near Brighton Place Terrace, nearly 3/4 of an inch of rain. So that if you're familiar with that area, it's Sunburst, Paradise Park, nearly 3/4 of an inch of rain from the storms that we've been tracking there. And you can see just how much rain is piling up on our roads across the valley as well. I'm going to take a look at where we're at. I-10 and 43rd Avenue, what's our closest rain gauge on the flood control district in that area. And it doesn't look like we have one near where we're seeing this flooding to report how much rain has fallen. But again, flooding is an issue right now in parts of the valley, especially in lower lying areas. Let's take you back to the map right now. I'm going to put you on the radar while I check out the SRP and APS outage maps for you. Let me zoom this out here so you can get a bigger picture of the valley. Those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings and the storm threats. All right. So you can see everything kind of pushing down to the south, and we're nowhere near finished with this. It's going to be at least an hour. I've just pulled up on my other computer here the SRP outage map, and we have quite a few outages right now in the West Valley. The majority of these in Maryvale and for areas that are south of Camelback and north of Broadway, in between about 35th Avenue and 75th Avenue. If you are streaming us on your mobile app right now and you don't have power in your home, the estimated restoration times on a lot of these is at least 3 hours. So we've got some really big outages in the West Valley right now, thousands of them actually, and SRP is saying it's going to take at least 3 to 3.5 hours to try to get that back on for you. I'm going to check, let's see, one more thing for the APS customers, because I know you guys are watching us as well. And if you are streaming us on your mobile app and wondering what is up with the power being out, we have APS outages being reported as well in parts of the West Valley. And as I take a look at some of the restoration times on these, they do look a little bit sooner, maybe in between about 11:30 and 12:30, but it's all going to be dependent on these storms and how quickly they clear out. So again, just to recap here, we have severe thunderstorms in the Phoenix metro area right now, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect until after 10 o'clock tonight for places like Laveen and West Phoenix. Gusts 60+ miles per hour, heavy rain and lightning. These storms are no joke, and you want to stay inside until after all of this clears out. Of course, we know thousands of you out at the Kenny Chesney concert may be stuck outside. You want to get in your car right now and not just wait outside in the open with this lightning in the vicinity. If there's a building nearby that you can take shelter in, that's even better. These storms are pushing to the south. We are starting to see the rain lighten up near the Talking Stick Amphitheater, but we do have a little bit more to the north that's going to push down south in about the next 30 minutes. And of course, we still have lightning in the vicinity too, which is the #1 thing you need to watch out for when you're outdoors and these thunderstorms move through. So we have crews on the way to check out damage, to check out the situation at the Talking Stick Amphitheater. And we're going to have an update for you coming up tonight on ABC 15 at 10. I'm looking at the clock. We're just a little over 20 minutes away from that. So we will see you then. If any new alerts get issued, you can find that on our app and on our ABC 15 homepage. Just click on weather and all those alerts will be there for you, as well as the radar, so you can follow along with these storms. And again, our full crew here at ABC 15 will have an update as we continue to track this severe weather and the implications across the valley tonight, coming up on ABC 15 at 10.